After 2 small updates, I think a lot of us hope this one brings a bit more to the table. We have new voyages, a new chest type, more stuff in the Emporium, quality of life improvements, and a feature players have been asking for since the very beginning of Sea of Thieves. This is all bundled together in the second expansion of the year called Cruise of Rage. But is this the big update we have been waiting for, or will it put our crews raging across the seas? Let's find out. And if you like these update reviews I do, please consider subscribing. You won't miss out on any future content and it really helps out the channel. First, let's have a look at the new voyages. To complete them, you buy one from Duke, you vote for it, you dig stuff on one island, you fight some skellies on another, and you fight a skeleton lord at the end. The voyages all take you to the door before guiding you back to the other regions. This means lots of sailing, but the rewards are quite nice. During the voyages you will get a guaranteed chest of rage and a crate of fire bombs. More on those later. And you will also fight an Ashen Keymaster and maybe an Ashen Guardian. You will also fight new skeleton types, Ashen Skeletons. And you might think they are just a reskin of normal skeletons, and you're absolutely right. Although I've heard people say they are slightly resistant to fire, but I need to test this out a bit more myself. I do think they look pretty sick. And if you're a Pirate Legend, you can choose for a more rewarding but slightly harder and longer voyage, ending with your crew fighting 2 skeleton lords at the same time. So don't try to do these solo. The skeleton lords will also drop orders on the feed for some additional treasure. Under mercenary voyages, you can see the commendations associated with completing the new voyages. All are pretty simple, but keep in mind these commendations are time limited. And if you're having trouble remembering which commendations are time limited, you can look for this new clock symbol, which means the commendation will disappear when the next update comes out. Speaking about commendations, this update also adds a slew of new tasks to complete. Like always, we need to collect 5 new tombs. These ones will unlock some more parts for the Ashen Dragon ship set, with a sweet looking figurehead that has flames swirling inside it. And by collecting all 5 of the tombs, you will also unlock the Eye of Reach. Luckily, the new voyages will surely help getting the keys and chests needed for this. Something I do want to address real quick is that these are the final tombs for the game. And if you purchase an Ashen chest voyage from the black market, you will get an equal chance to get any volume of the Ashen tombs. This is great if you're starting out, but not so great if you just need the last volume. I found out the hard way, by buying about 5 chest voyages to quickly get the tombs I wanted, but not a single one gave me the one I needed. So yeah, keep that in mind if you just want to collect the last volume. There are also new commendations for setting a variety of skeletons on fire. And I mean, sure, why not? You can find the commendations in your build chat page under Cruise of Rage. For one of them, you need to use fire against 5 skellies at once, while also being on an active fort with another crew present. You need to do this 10 times, so keep that in mind if you want to complete all the commendations. Luckily, the new voyages will also give you a firebomb crate. This crate can hold up to 20 firebombs. You can sell it at the merchants, but you are better off keeping it so you can use it against the skeletons to help you with these commendations. Even though the storage crate can technically hold more firebombs, but oh well. We also have a new chest, which might be the biggest new addition in this update. This fiery beast is called the Chest of Rage and has some really cool particle effects. But be careful, it heats up over time, releasing a shockwave of fire when it overheats, setting ships, pirates and skellies alike on fire. Just remember to douse it from time to time to prevent this. Or slash or shoot it if you actually want to anger it more. And by keeping just a little bit water in your hull, you should be fine too. The commendations around this chest require you to plainly sell the chest a set amount or steal it a couple times from other pirates. You can turn this chest in at the gold hoarders or, if you like more money, the Reaper's hideout. Be sure to visit the hideout at least once during this update, since more stuff is getting built there and it's beginning to look really interesting. Another thing that is noteworthy is that everybody's favorite skeleton fort, Molten Sands, is the only fort active during this month. I'm sure there's some really cool lore behind this decision, but I don't really like the fact that we are stuck with this for an entire month. It gives a guaranteed chest of rage and the usual fort loot you expect, including gifts and an Ashen chest. But apart from that, it offers nothing that new. The Pirate Emporium is also getting stuff this update. And let's start with the biggest news first, because you can now buy a Pirate Appearance Potion. If you buy it, the next time you play, the game asks if you want to change your pirate and you won't lose any of your stuff. The thing you should know is that you can go back to your old pirate if you choose to do so. I myself am very happy with my fluffy pirate, so I'm not going to change. This is big news, because originally they said this wasn't going to happen. So you see, bitching on the forums does help. The potion is even displayed in the shops, which makes me wonder if other potions are soon to follow. But if you want to buy it, you've gotta pay real money. And I can understand that people disagree with this, because let's be fair, it's kinda free in most other games. The way I see it, I think it's good that it costs a bit of money. It's not a large amount, but enough so you will carefully consider if you want to do this. This way, people won't change their pirate multiple times and are recognizable by their pirate and not just by their gamertag, which I think adds to the appeal of this game. But let me know in the comments if you're going to change your pirate and why. I am truly curious. So, now let's have a look at the new emotes. And there are quite a few of them, beginning with the Love Story bundle, which is basically the Titanic bundle if we're honest. In this bundle, you can paint your crewmates like one of your French girls or stand romantically at the prow of the ship. We also have an Order of Souls bundle and a Sea Duck bundle. And I don't have anything to say about them, just check it out and decide for yourself. Pets are not neglected with this update, since we have some new Wild Rose and Admiral pet outfits, and my monkey is pretty happy with his.
Oh, he's got a little hook, cute.
And we even have some new animal types. Well, kinda. They are described as Reaper's Heart pets, and we have a monkey and a parrot. They look like metallic creatures brought to life? Yeah, no idea how this fits into the lore. Probably something with Flameheart, but I don't really care about them. And a lot of the older pets are now on sale, so if you want one, this is probably the time to do so. And for the first time, we can buy weapons in the Pirate Emporium. Is it the first time? No, it's not the first time. Why did I even write this in my script? It's the second time. Anyways, we have Reaper's Heart weapons. They look pretty cool, but I already have a bunch of other cool looking weapons, so I'm not inclined to buy them. But now for my favorite new addition to the Pirate Emporium, the Paradise Garden Ship cosmetic. This ship is themed after the very underrated game Viva Pinata. Viva Pinata had 2 games on the Xbox 360, and in both you were in charge of making a beautiful garden to attract different types of piñatas. Say you wanted a bunny piñata, you'd probably want to plant some carrots to lure them in. This way, every garden you made looked different and also had different piñatas in them. All in all, Viva Pinata was a really colorful, relaxing, but also very addictive game that needs a 3rd installment. So come on Rare, give us Viva Pinata 3. And Banjo 3. And a new Conquer. And also a sequel to Jet Force Gemini. I mean, just, give it all. The ship itself looks amazing, with vibrant colors and piñatas scattered all over. I also really like the special figurehead. It adds some more piñatas like the fox and the bee, and you'll get this unique rainbow particle effect. Sadly, I do need to find some more ancient skellies if I want to afford this amazing ship. And we also have a new charity event. This time you can purchase the Valiant Dawn sales. Or is it Valiant Dawn? I don't know. All proceeds from the purchase will be donated to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, a charity organization dedicated to the research and treatment of cancer in children. So, if you want to support a great cause and get some unique sales, go for it. And as always, we get a heavy amount of other additions, so let's go over the more prominent ones, beginning with the new title screen. And I think it's nice that this time they did take the effort to change it. Nah, just kidding, this is me just editing again. Something they did add are the Ashen Key Stash Voyages. You can buy them from Duke alongside the Ashen Chest Stashes. The keys are a whopping 99 doubloons per voyage, but if you're swimming in them, this won't be a problem. And they also increased the price for the Ashen Chest Voyages to 50 doubloons, which will probably help balance the economy. And do you feel neglected as a pirate legend? Well, you can now buy some unique hair and beards in the legendary tavern. I mean, this is considered as unique pirate legend content, right? To be fair, these cosmetics are a bit more special than the regular hair cosmetics, and I would like to see more of this. In the black market, we find the Wild Rose ship cosmetic set, and I think it looks pretty sick. And if you're puzzled why you can't buy the wheel for this set, it's because you unlock it by completing all the accommodations for the Wild Rose Tall Tale. This update also answers the age-old question, can you make the crab outfit even uglier? And the answer is yes, yes you can, and the same goes for the ship. But this is of course, my opinion. And you can also now buy the Fearless Bone Crusher instruments. Players can now zoom in much closer on the map table, and some islands have been replaced with clearer models, which is nice. Mermaids will spawn faster than they used to, and this actually seems to work pretty well. Please note, this faster spawning won't occur if you're near a rival ship, which means you can still be sneaky if you want. Needless to say, I'm very pleased with this addition. We also see the return of the Rack and Bone crates, which may or may not appear during the new voyages or even wash up on shores. You get 5 doubloons for turning one of them in, which isn't really worth it, but if you somehow still need them for accommodations, you now have the opportunity to do so. Reaper's chests and bounties are now a bit more rare in the game, and the reward for the Reaper's bounties has been drastically decreased. You used to get 25,000 gold, but now they're only worth 10,000. And I don't like this addition. A high reward resulted in players really want to fight for the bounties. And with this addition, the motivation to do so will be lessened. Empty collector's chests can now be turned into the Hunter's Skull as well. And something I really like is that they reduce the health of animals. Pigs, snakes and chickens now die with one flintlock pistol shot. And I don't know, I just think it's pretty funny. And that's about the bulk of the most noteworthy changes. They did, however, add a lot of minor combat tweaks, so if you're into that, please check out the patch notes. We tried some of the alterations out and not all of them were working as intended or as described in the patch notes, so I decided not to discuss them in this video. But as always, there will be a link to the patch notes in the description if you are so inclined to check this and some other minor additions out. So, is this a good update? Well, if you hate going to the Devil's Roar, you will not like this update. I personally like the Roar, but I don't like doing everything there. The fact that Molten Sands Fortress is the only fortress active for a month is not something I really like, and they make it like it's an entirely new thing. But it's not, it's the same with just a few alterations.
Same, but different, but still same.
I do like the fact that it doesn't all feel like reworked content. The chest is something entirely new and offers some nice gameplay variety. And I do like some of the new additions to the Pirate Emporium, even though the ship makes me want to play Viva Pinata again. And this update does feature a lot of quality of life improvements. Some of them I really like, but this update still misses a tall tale or something else to really leave me satisfied, but maybe we will get one next time. So, if you like this video, please consider subscribing. I make update videos every time they release a new update. I might be a bit later compared to others, but I like to play the game a bit before I give my opinion. So please subscribe if you are interested in all that. Thankfully, I also make other videos in between, so you always have something to watch. For now, I just hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care. Oh, and they finally removed the last bit of holiday decorations in the arena hub. I mean, if Anthem gets shit for that, this game should too. These ones will unlock more parts for the Ashen Dragon ship shed. I'm sure you hear my Dutch accent.